Route 209 in the area 115, Chestnut Township. Station 83, Station 1 ALS, 682, Fire Station 43, respond 2350.
Well, I've seen two good movies this evening. I've seen The Shining, and I've seen Die Hard 2. Pretty good selection of movies. I have not seen either movie in quite a long time. And I saw the roads are clear with the weather, but it's showing snow on the radar, so we'll see if the roads are clear or whether there will be snow falling on the way back. There's all sorts of elevations I'll be going through. Right here it's relatively flat, but I'm going through what's called wind gap, and as the name implies, it's a gap between the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos. So pretty much right now I'm entering the Poconos. Those taillights on that Land Rover, they're not the best design. There's like something grotesque about the design. Yeah, there's the Visitors Bureau saying, "Welcome to the Pocono Mountains." I would prefer horizontal view with this camera set up, but this phone mount isn't the best. It's very difficult to find a phone mount that does not fall to pieces, gets loose, wants to shake around and just not work right. It is amazing, all these centuries of technology, and somebody can't make a phone mount right. So yeah, The Shining, great movie. Haven't seen really any part of it in forever. I tend to remember the Simpsons parody more, but yeah, it's a good movie. Lived up to my expectations. Jack Nicholson is like perfect with how he can do all these different expressions. Saw Die Hard 2. Not as good as the first, but still a decent movie if you could suspend your disbelief. Knowing what I know about the technology of radios and airports and airplanes, it's, there's so many like plot holes, but if you could suspend your disbelief a little bit, it's an okay movie. It's a good movie. I thought with Die Hard, the first movie and the third movie were the best. After that, maybe like 2 or 5, were okay after that. I didn't care for the fourth movie that much. And I forgot that Robert Patrick was in Die Hard too. Robert Patrick, famous for Terminator 2 and The X-Files. Of course, playing the T-1000 in Terminator 2, and then playing Doggett in The X-Files. He was in The X-Files to fill in, because there was some sort of contract dispute with Mulder. So, yeah. I saw Robert Patrick at the convention probably already a month ago already. Yeah, he's very cool down to earth. And, I'm surprised that I haven't seen Die Hard 2. Now, maybe it's caught, part of it, on TV and just scrolling through the channels, but I didn't watch it in its entirety in years. I'm watching it, hey, wait a minute, isn't that Robert Patrick? So yeah, he had a role as playing one of the terrorists that John McClane went up against. But yeah, getting back to The Shining, I guess it was directed by Stanley Kubrick, and yeah, I mean, it's a small cast. I mean, it's mainly focused around, the father, the characters here and there. Pretty dang good movie. Another Stanley Kubrick movie I like is Doctor Strangelove. As far as, which is the better movie, I mean, they're really different movies. Both of them are really good. I think he also directed Full Metal Jacket. That was okay, but I think these two movies were better. And then the other thing I saw at the movies recently on New Year's Eve was the Poseidon Adventure. And, excuse me, I'm a little dry here. But, they filmed portions of that on the Queen Mary, the original Queen Mary, which is docked in California, Los Angeles area. And, funny coincidence, I was watching The X-Files the night after, and I'm trying to remember the exact vision where he's in the 1930s, right before World War II happened, and Nazis take the ship hostage. And well, anyways, for that episode, they used the Queen Mary footage, so they used the Queen Mary in both the Poseidon Adventure and the X-Files, and it's a weird coincidence that I saw both the movie and the X-Files episode two nights in a row. Well, it's another coincidence is the movie I watched tonight, Die Hard 2. It was about toppling a South American leader, and the big thing in the news is about the U.S. forces capturing Maduro of Venezuela, and it's another weird coincidence from my perspective, So, Route 33 here, about to get on to Route 80. snow, but it's showing snow on the weather radar. Yeah, I was up late last night, early this morning, and I pretty much caught the stuff happening in Venezuela when it was happening.
29 QRS to respond to cardiac arrest, 771 Woodville Road, Middlefield Township, 0001.
Now the funny thing with Donald Trump and Venezuela is back in 2016 I took a bus trip to New York City, and Trump had been elected but hadn't taken office yet. And I was telling my dad, well, why not, visit Trump Tower? We'll see the, residence of, the president to be blah, blah, blah. And so we go to Trump Tower, and there's, like, you enter the front entrance of the front of the building, and you go up on like some stairs or an escalator, and on the left side there's a patio, which by law in New York City made Trump open areas to the public, so this patio was open to the public. And if you look out the patio, right next to Trump Tower is the Venezuelan consulate. And so I had like leftover like toast or something on the patio as my lunch, and looked at the public areas to the best I could at the Trump Tower. There was like some security guard like eyeing me up, private security that worked for the Trump Corporation, and eat my lunch there, and leave Trump Tower, and go down to the street level, and it was the weekend, so the consulate was closed, but I walked up to the entrance, and you look in the window of the consulate, like the front glass doors, and they have a picture of I think it was already deceased at the time, but they had Hugo Chavez on a portrait, like right in the doorway as soon as you enter. So yeah, I guess I don't know as how many years Trump had his tower there right next to the Venezuelan consulate. I guess between them, somebody didn't like something. But okay, coming up here on the left side across from the interstate is Harley Davidson dealer. As I mentioned, Robert Patrick was in Die Hard 2. As I mentioned, I met him a month ago. Well, he's a big motorcycle enthusiast, and one of the things is he goes to different Harley Davidson dealers. I don't know if he's been to this one, but yeah, that's what he does. Is in his free time he does motorcycle rides to different places. So it's possible he's been here. Yeah, I'm quite knowledgeable of the Poconos. My dad was a pole installer with his contracting business. So I built a ton of poles with my dad and his crew, and repaired a bunch, like swimming pool liners, that sort of thing. So I've been, on one side of the Poconos and the other. And it seems like going through here, somebody's got a campfire going, or maybe like a fireplace. It is a cold night. Its car thermometer is claiming 22 degrees. But yeah, this night here, so far no snow. The other nights I've come back from the theater, there's been snow and ice, that sort of thing. Police reported very busy, and if it were to me, where Stroudsburg is, instead of just widening 80, there's like a valley, like kind of like southeast Stroudsburg. I would put a bypass going through there that would connect with Route 33 that would take a lot of the traffic out of Stroudsburg. But what do I know? I'm not in charge of building these libraries. And my water is still frozen. It's probably like another water that's not frozen. Yeah, the theater I've been going to has a pretty good selection of movies. Stuff I like. Don't always get to see everything I want to watch, but I've been there a bunch of times. Pretty good. Let's see, where's this guy? 180 or 380? I think I'm just gonna slow down for a bit here, see what's going on. Jackson Township. Seems like he's going to 380. Okay, now we're getting some sort of fog, salt dust, I don't know. Now that I know where he's going, I can pass him. Somebody's got bright headlights. To the right of me is Kalahari Resort. Their big attraction is they got a water park. Evidently an indoor water park. And from what I understand, there's multiple Kalaharis. I forget which state. There's another one. There's at least one in another state. Maybe there's multiple states. I never looked it up. people burning wood around here. It is a dang cold night. It was like down in wind gap, it was like 22 degrees, and here the thermometer is showing 18 degrees. And this is degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, there's a few flurries there. Not surprised with a little bit more of elevation, I might get some precipitation. Somebody to the left has a nice Christmas light display. I am on Route 380 in the Poconos, heading towards the Scranton area. past the Willsboro exit, but I'm leaving Wayne County momentarily because we are coming up on Lackawanna County in just a moment. Right when we pass the Lehigh River here, which is what we're going over, we'll be in Lackawanna County, although for whatever reason I don't think they put a sign up for Lackawanna County. It's funny there, you go from Monroe County to Lehigh County for a couple seconds, and then you're into Lackawanna County. Or, sorry, not Lehigh County, but Wayne County. Lehigh Township and Wayne County. Which, funny enough, the police that patrol Lehigh Township are dispatched by Lackawanna County, despite being part of Wayne County. It's weird. Whatever.
Ready? Text 911 for prior calls showing it's gone to work. Texted the past several days. Calls now. This particular call is texting that someone he hasn't texted back.
road work markers, and apparently this is still left over from them working on, there's the interchange roughly around here that connects 84 to 380 and 81, and someone in the federal government or Pennsylvania Department of Transportation got this funny idea that exits can't be on the left side of the lanes of travel. So I exited Route 84 on the right side. So here's this bridge coming up. That's where the traffic going from 81 northbound to 84 east goes. In the old days, you would go to the left lane of travel, you would take the left side exit to Route 84 eastbound. But somebody says, oh, that's not right, you can't do it that way, so they would shit around. And you gotta build new bridges and how many other things. So here we are entering Dunmore or True, about here, and years ago, I want to say, was it 2016 or 2017? I think it was.
Here.
Okay, getting back to what I was saying, sometime in, I guess it was March or April of 2017, somewhere around there, there was an F3 tornado, EF3, whatever they want to call it, going from Pittston to Music, more True border. And I found out through my weather alert radio that it was coming right at me, so.
Unable to receive calls.
So anyhow, I had advance warning about it. The place I was working had a basement that was open to me, so I went down there for the duration of the storm, and surprisingly the tornado ended like a couple miles right before me, before it would have hit me. And the following day I decided to take a drive up to East Mountain, which is now to the left of me, in these neighborhoods on the Dunmore-Scranton border, and I saw a bunch of the tree damage. They still got some of the Christmas lights on in the Nahok Park to the right. That's cool. surprisingly very minimal precipitation with the snow so far, just a couple flurries. Looks like somebody drove over the middle there.
County dispatching 1069, 1017, respond 518 Thomas Drive in Dunmore for a 34-year-old female with high heart rate, low on oxygen. County dispatching 1069, 1017, respond 518 Thomas Drive in Dunmore for a 34-year-old female, high heart rate, low oxygen. Your cross streets are Brenda Lane, Swinnick Drive, time 0040,
Well, that's it for now.